Hello, everyone. Very happy to be here with you today. So, today I wanted to share with you two ideas, two very powerful ideas that they can help us a lot when we are down, when we are heavy, when we are going through negative period in which, maybe we feel bad emotionally or physically, and we feel that we have little energy, we are not very positive. We see somehow like life in front of us is a huge mountain that we cannot never climb, that we are not going to make it, we will fail, or somehow we feel that life is going to be painful for us all the times, full of suffering or a punishment, something like this. When we are in this point, we usually have two thoughts, two ideas that are making us actually getting stuck down here. They are not helping us to move on and to overcome this period. They are actually supporting our negativity and making us stay there for a long time, longer than needed. And this is what I wanted to share with you today. This first idea is the one that tells us that we are down here because something wrong happened, because something that shouldn't happen, it actually happened. Like this idea that tells us this that is happening, it is wrong. It should not be happening. Then our mind goes into this crazy race to find the reason why I'm here, why something went wrong, why I failed, or why life is failing me, where is the mistake here? And then we tune ourselves in the problem energy. We try to find the problem, to solve it, to remove the problem. And okay, in this direction, we connect with energies like blame. We start blaming people, or we start blaming ourselves, or we start blaming circumstances. And we tune ourselves very much into the energy of rejection. And this energy of rejection is very heavy, is totally the energy that take us even more down, take us to even put aside things, not to close ourselves, to close our heart, to close our experience, close ourselves into our individual experience, and then it makes us being even worse. And things that this is fake. I mean, this is not true. It's not like anything, and something is wrong, or you failed, or something or someone failed you. Life is like this. Life has periods in which we are full of energy, we are full of light energy that allow us to see everything in a positive way, allow us to wake up in the morning and to feel great in our body, to feel flexible, to feel motivated. And there are other periods in which we are down, in which we have less energy, or let's say it's not like we have less energy, our energy is someone else, is in another place. And this is a natural cycle in life you can see everywhere. For example, right now we are in the transition between winter and spring. And well, you have this. There is a transition. There is a cycle here. There is a period where we are quiet. It is cold. We are protecting ourselves. We are more static. Very cold the whole time. The whole weather is cold, and suddenly it changes, and the sun comes. You have the flowers. You have the insects. You have the beauty of the energy. So there you have a cycle. And connected with this cycle, for example, other day came to me this very beautiful image. The trees, for example, they are losing their leaves in the winter. In the autumn, they lose their leaves, and there is a process of death there, very strong death. Somehow, this process of death and rebirth is happening all the time in all levels of nature. And of course, it is happening in us too. There are parts of us, personalities, ideas, emotions that they are all the time falling apart. They are coming to us, blossoming, expressing itself. We experience them, and then they are going down, they collapse, and they die, they go and they disappear. It's a natural process going up and down. And the suffering that we feel comes from the rejection that we have against this process, because we don't like to go down to this space of death where we have to let go things, we need to change ideas, we need to change, to renew our energy, to go to be a bit static. We reject it and we call it negative. And from this rejection comes suffering and comes all the negativity. So the first idea is there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. Breathe it, accept it. And wherever you are, look for what you can learn about that, about your situation, about your energy, about what is going on in you, with you. There is nothing wrong. There is no mistake there. And the second idea that is a bit creating stagnation in us when we are like this is that we think like this is going to be like this forever. And actually, it is totally false. I mean, you know that it's absolutely false. When we are in this negative, heavy state, we have the perception that everything is fixed in the negativity, every in external situation, everything seems to be confirming and supporting our negative perception and our negative ideas. So it seems somehow like, oh my God, this is a huge jail. I'm not going to be able to escape from here. I'm going to be like here forever. There is no way to go out. And the truth is, like everything that we are experiencing when we are there, even the sensations and the images and the ideas, all the interpretation of our experience is very subjective and very much connected with our state of energy. And only by changing our state of energy, we can have huge sudden changes in our emotional and energetic state. So it is what I try to say is that it is a very fragile state, actually. Even this heavy sadness and negativity, sometimes we see it as very heavy and stable and we cannot break it, it's impossible. It actually is very, very fragile and is very, very passing if we allow it and we understand it. We understand the essence of this experience. So it is going to pass. This is my point. It is going to dissolve. It is very fragile state, and sometimes we can break it doing certain energetic exercises or energetic practices. Other times the period is very strong and we don't have the capacity to break it. We have the capacity to accept it and to be patient till this process will finish, till the energy will shift. How energy shifts? Well, many factors. I mean, energy may shift because social events, because the energy in your context and the people around you may change, because the astrological energy may change too. So the state, even if you think nothing will change and everything will change and everything will be terrible forever, it is not like this. Everything will pass. And actually, if you work in the energetic level, you may have this wonderful, beautiful experience. This actually was one of the biggest experiences, great experiences I have ever had. When you reach the how to call this, the singularity of your state. The singularity is the central element that is creating your emotional or energetic process. Usually is a belief, a core belief in your system. When you do the right energetic actions and you reach this core, this singularity, this central part of your experience, you can see how your whole emotional and energetic system, your whole emotions, all your negative emotions and negative perception can go in the matter of half of a second. All your negative emotions and negative perception about you, about your life, may disappear in the front of your eyes, and then you fully realize how fragile and passing is actually all this state, and you start not believing it anymore. And of course you cannot avoid it, will come once in a while, but you will keep going with your life and you won't identify yourself with this. You will allow it to come, to go, and you will keep peace in all this process. Hope this sharing was helpful for you to understand better your process and navigate better your emotional and energetic experiences, and see you in the next video.